Hello friends, welcome to Department of Plant Pathology, KDSP Agriculture College Nasik. In previous lecture, we have studied all the diseases of gram and lentil, its causal organisms and their management. Today, we will see the diseases of pea and their management. That first one is wilt. Wilt of pea caused due to Fusarium oxysporum forma specialis PC. This organism is a fungal organism and we have studied all the symptomatology of this Fusarium species in previous lecture. All the symptoms belongs to wilt symptoms of the gram. We will take a quick look over the symptoms of this wilt of pea. Initially, the first symptoms of this disease in the field is drooping of the plants followed by sudden death. The leaves may also turn yellow and drop off prematurely. Pod formation is severely affected due to the infection of this Fusarium. In collar region of the wilted plants, necrosis and discoloration can be seen. If you see the vascular bundle of this wilted plant, you will see brownish color discoloration inside the vessels that causes due to the infection by this Fusarium oxysporum. All the chlamydospores were blocked inside the xylem vessel and they restrict the movement of water molecules from root region to the upper region. So in that way there is the disturbance in the water translocation and the whole plants wilted. When the disease stem, if you cut, there is a dark color band you will found, and those bands are caused due to the infection of this Fusarium chlamydospore. The fungus survives for indefinite periods in the soil as the chlamydospore are string structure and they can survive inside the soil for several years. All this symptomatology you can see in this image that there is a wilted plant showing there is no pod formation and tip to downward dying of plant occurs due to the infection of this Fusarium. Now we will see the management of this Fusarium oxysporum. All the management practices are the same as we have studied in earlier diseases of Fusarium. In that, the most important point is seed treatment with proper fungicides, and fungicidal drenching should be done to control this disease at initial level. Now we will move on the next disease, that is rust of pea. This disease caused due to Euromyces fabi. This disease becomes serious in humid region. The plants dry up quickly and the yield is considerably reduced due to the infection of this rust. The initial symptoms of rust infection are flaking of leaves. As you can see in the images, these flakes soon develop into the reddish brown pustules, frequently merging into another, finally bursting to expose a brown mass of spores, and these spores will liberated from infected portion to the healthy portion, and in that way this disease spread rapidly over the large population of the plants. The entire leaflet and other affected plants give a brownish appearance even from a distance, so you can easily identify. Now we will see the management of this pea rust. For management, we have to avoid excessive vegetative growth of this pea plant, then avoid excessive irrigation, use compact varieties, deep summer plowing to break out the life cycle of this rust pathogen, and seed treatment should be done with fungicides like carbendazim or thiram at the rate of 2 to 3 gram per kg of seeds. These were found effective for controlling this disease at primary level. Another way, you can also control it by spraying with fungicides after the emergence of this disease at the rate of 2 gram per liter. Next disease is powdery mildew of pea, and it is caused due to Erisiphe polygony. It is one of the fungal pathogen, and this is the common disease occurs all over the pea plants. It is very easy to identify this powdery mildew by their appearance. Name itself powdery means the powdery growth or whitish mycelial growth is observed on upper surface of leaves, and it sucks the nutrition from the cells so that plant becomes sick and defoliation of leaves occurs, and it adversely affects the pod formation of pea plants. The disease appears as on the foliage and pods. Infection is first to appear on the leaves and small slightly darkened areas which later become white powdery spots. These spots enlarge and cover the entire leaf area. Severely infected leaves may become chlorotic and distorted before falling. Affected pods are very small, and malnutrition is not completely occurs in such pods, and such pods are malformed in shape, so we can easily identify that there is an infection of this powdery mildew. For management of this powdery mildew, we can control it easily by spraying with sulfur containing fungicides, but sulfur containing fungicides are very sensitive to such crops, so that we can control it by spraying with carbendazim or mancozeb or Captan at the rate of 2 gram per liter of water. Next disease is downy mildew of pea, and it is caused to Peronospora vici. This is also one of the common pathogen, and we have studied so many downy mildews in previous lectures. As you can see the symptoms of this downy mildew, it is whitish powdery growth you can see on the lower surface of leaves, and this due to this fungal mycelium, it sucks nutrition from the plant cells, and due to that yellow color appears on the above surface of leaf. Plants grown from infected seeds are severely stunted and distorted and have sickly appearance, showing yellowish greenish colored appearance. The underside of the leaflets in particular are covered with a fluffy mouse grey spore mass. Infected plants may turn yellow while producing an abundant spores, which causes secondary infection. In that way, this downy mildew spread from infected portion to the healthy portion through air currents. Now, for managing this downy mildew, you can easily manage this disease by spraying with metalaxyl. Metalaxyl is a very effective fungicide recommended for controlling this downy mildew at the rate of 2 gram per liter spray. So this is all about disease of pea, and thanks for watching this video.